Lions beat Western Province to claim the Provincial T20 title. The final weekend of the women's domestic season coincided with the end of the men's international campaign with a blockbuster Pink ODI on Sunday. For now, women players can only dream of that sort of consistent interest in their game. But what could help is the much talked about professionalizing of the sport. eNCA's Hloni Mtimkulu has more.
Scenes of jubilation for the hosts as the final weekend of the women's domestic cricket season concludes.
It's been an amazing journey, and to finally see the plan that we've put together over the last 3 years come together, not only today but for the whole season in the T20 format, it's a really heart-warming feeling.
Pretorians will have a few months to plot the Lions' T20 title defence. While the winter break is the nature of the domestic season, the lack of cricket remains a concern.
There's going to be no cricket being played. Everybody's probably going to go in their own directions. And once you get back as a team, you know, you've lost so much in those couple of months that you've had off.
The Western Province side that contested this winner-takes-all final match of the season boasted a host of Proteas. 4, including de Klerk, were part of the national squad that reached the T20 Women's World Cup final in February. For players who've tasted the highest level of international sport, not only does domestic cricket not compare, but there's also a hunger for better.
I definitely think going forward, or the way to go is definitely getting a league, making it a bit more professional, you know, even get some internationals into this South African setup so that players can learn and develop and learn from those players. Because I know, you know, once you play against those type of players and you play in those leagues, you really learn a lot.
Players point to blockbuster T20 leagues in England, Australia and now India for an idea of what the future should look like.
From here now, it's just a case of keeping up with the world, if I can put it that way. If you think about England's got their 100, it's the Women's Big Bash in Australia. India now started with the Indian or the Women's Premier League as well. So it's just a matter of time for South Africa before they need to step up as well. And I would say hopefully in the next year or two they can step up.
As government's 15 million rand investment in the women's game continues to be the talk of the town, the implications of this capital injection are far-reaching.
Improving our pipeline all the way along the provincial level, and like people have said about the structures, it helps with the national team as well, because then at provincial level, when it becomes professional, it gains in strength as well. So the jump from provincial to national isn't that big.
First got my first contracts and I thought it was that big, but then I think I just reflected also that there were things that we didn't have back in our provinces and also in our national setup as well. So I think with the government bringing in money, I think it would help a lot in just developing a women's cricket in this country and also making sure that we play in big stages and we shine.
What's clear is the time for talk is over, with players hopeful that government backing will bring significant structural change in the next 5 years. Hloni Mtimkulu, Johannesburg.